actually, alright, hey guys, Bunny here, and today, well, I'm working on a new project right now, which is called Blackjack, pretty much, or table games, in other words, as well. And, basically, we're making the game Blackjack, and so far it's going really well. I've been doing a lot of tests with this map. There's a lot of command blocks and stuff, all sorts of things, and randomness, like right there, for example. But basically, this is a working table game of Blackjack, but it's not working just yet. Right now, I have only developed the part where the player gets the cards, and we're also using a function for the dealer. And the function is basically, I call it 21 Overflow. It's basically a test for if you hit 17, or if you go 17 through 21, in between that, or if you go 22 and over, that it'll bust, or something like that, you know? So, it's basically a test for the dealer, and the purpose of it is for whenever he flips over his first two cards. And it turns out that it's not 17 or higher, that he has to keep drawing until he's at least a hard 17 or further. But this is just mainly for a test, and so far it works really well, so I am really excited to show you guys this real quick. So here we go. Right there, he went over. That's 24. As you can see on the top, the middle right of the screen, it tells you as well. 11. There's a blackjack right there. Wow. And it's the same suit. That's actually pretty sweet. And also, all the cards are randomized down there. So yeah, there's 6 decks in there. I'll show you guys in a little bit. But right now, we're less than 6 decks right now because we're using up the cards. That's 17. There's a 20. And of course the aces are 1 or 11, and of course they have the chance, if it shows or happens, that if, like, let's say I had like a 2 and an ace, so that'd be 13. If I got a face card, that'd be 23 technically, but it'll subtract 10 because aces are 1 or 11. Mainly they're prioritized as 11, but with that helping out with the 1, where you can, you know, it'll pretty much save your ass in a game of blackjack sometimes. So if it turns it back down 10, so that's awesome. 13, 17. Alright. Let's see if I can find an A where the ace would save you, pretty much. That's 13, 18. Alright, we'll keep trying. There's a perfect 17. There we go, 15, 14, see? And it keeps going until it goes over it or hits 17. Exactly my point. So that works. Alright, so I'll show you guys a little bit of the functions of this. This is just the starter timer. This is test for how many players there are, which is not finished yet. There's other things as well. This is where all the magic happens with the cards, like where it gets shuffled. So basically how I shuffle cards is these red lines right here will form a point right here. This is where the chest would be, and I just destroy the chest 6 times. There'll be 6 chests full of like a full of a deck of cards. There we go. I couldn't English. So there'll be a whole deck of cards, which is 52 items, I believe. There should be 52, I believe. Let me double check. The chest is done. No, that's just a test. Never mind. The chest is all the way over here, actually. So 9, 8, 20. Yeah, 52 cards. This is all the cards. And they get dropped randomly, and they all scattered around through the hoppers and all the way down through here. And look at all these cards are all randomized right now. And they go to this hopper, or dropper in this case, and they actually drop the item onto the ground. And the item is our card that's being tested for right now through these commands. So basically, let's go for an example of damage of 1, right? So this is testing for an item that's on the ground called Minecraft Iron Pickaxe of the damage of 1. And the cards are a texture, by the way, of diamond, or sorry, an iron pickaxe. With the more damage it is, the different the card is. Like, 2 would be obviously clean. 3 would be obviously damaged by one use. 4 would be another one, you know, and all the other combinations. And then there's a scoreboard of waiting card debug. That's just for other things. It's just a debug thing. And then this replaces the entity that is on the table that's holding the card with the card that is obviously the weapon that was dropped on the ground, which is the card. So this time it gives it an iron pickaxe of 1 of 1. So that's what was literally dropped from the hopper. And then it fills other blocks as well over here with white glazed terracotta replacing red wool. And this is your cards, by the way. This is another data value. It's 4 ace 9 9, of course. So yeah, just like that. And that'll be 23 obviously. And then there's the other debug blocks as well, and all the other stuff. And then it goes to the last one, scoreboard, adding a score of the current card counter, which is that's what the triple C's mean. Current card counter of card count of 2. It adds a score, which is right here. So basically, if I got a 2, it would say 2. I got 2 points. And then I got a 10, that'd be 12 total with the add of 10, all that stuff, you know. And of course, if we get an ace, this is where it gets special. It will set a block over here. And then it will do a command of scoreboard players add the current card counter as long as the ace is not even on the table, which means it's 0. The score of ace is 0. It'll add 11 to the score. But if there is already an ace on the table, which actually, sorry, that's the wrong one. If there is an ace on the table, which would be right here, same current card counter, holy shit, and then score of ace is 1, it'll just only add 1 point. And of course, after that command has gone through and like set the block right here, it always set that we already have an ace on the table. So that 11 points won't turn into another 11 points if you have another ace. So it'll just be 1. And then of course it's an ace check right here. If it's overflown and you have an ace of 1, like just one ace and it hasn't been used yet and it's still an 11, it will subtract 10 from the card count, making it a 1. Turning it back down into a 1 pretty much, and then of course giving you the score of ace of 2, which means that your bonus 11 or bonus 10 points from the ace is gone and used and saved you from going over. Pretty much like that in a nutshell. Then some other fill blocks, kill item inventory, stuff like that, and then some more redstone blocks. And then of course right here is a little interesting. The scoreboard player's test of current card counter of 22 and over. This is basically going to give you an error message saying you went over. This one over here is testing for if you have 17 through 21, and it'll give you an error as well saying that the card count has went to 17 or higher, or at least in between 17 and 21, and the player or dealer must stop dealing. And then of course this is where it tests 1 through 16 to give you another card. Now, the only downside to this table is that you can get a maximum of 8 cards because there's not much room on here. But I can always fix that later on. Not to mention, in real Blackjack, you can possibly get 14 cards at max as far as I've heard, as long as you get a shit ton of 2s and aces. But that's not very likely to happen, and if you do get that many cards, it'll just be, you just won't get any more cards for now, I guess. Unless I add, of course, more room for the cards. Now, I know what you're thinking, you could just add more from another row, like right here. But that row is going to be only for splitting, and that row is only split. You can only split once in this game as of right now, and that's pretty much it, you know? So, yeah, that's basically it, as of right now. I don't have the other seats programmed yet. I don't even have chairs here, like literally. You have to stand, which sucks. But, yeah, I'm still working on it, and right now I'm really happy with where it's at. And I'm glad this is working, and I hope you guys actually enjoyed this as much as I did. And I'm going to continue this project later on. Let's see what this is real quick before we continue. That's an 18. Alright. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to keep working on this project and try to actually make a fully working multiplayer blackjack table for you guys and see if you guys can actually earn chips in-game for fun, you know? It's like a little game for your friends, you know? You don't even have to worry about chips. Chips don't even have to be a thing, but, you know, it's just for fun. It's a project that I've always wanted to work on for quite a while now, ever since I became a dealer. And yes, I am a dealer at a casino. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you guys next time. Bye!